A blessed day to everyone. I am Cresceline Javier from Grade 12 Newton, and I am here to discuss to all of you my reflection in this second quarter in EAPP subject. So EAPP is concerned with students' academic expectation, whereas EAPP is concerned with professionals' actual requirements. English for Professionals and Academic Purposes aims to give a broad overview of a number of topics in the field of discourse analysis as applied to English in academic and professional settings. So in this quarter, I have learned a lot of lessons that make my knowledge broader. So the first lesson is the report's survey questionnaire and methods of administering it. So in this lesson, I have learned the kinds of report in various disciplines, which are the survey report, laboratory or scientific technical report, and the field report. The first one is the survey report. It is written after getting data from a survey. Its objective is to collect people's responses or answers about a particular issue or topic. The second one is the laboratory or scientific technical report. It is commonly called a lab report. It is written in a formal and organized manner. Its objective is to present results or findings from experiments. And the third one is the field report. It is sometimes called a trip report. Its objective is to describe and analyze a systematic observation. So among those types of reports, the survey is the most popular and widely used as it the easiest way to gather information about any topic or issue from a big number of people of groups. So under this lesson, we have also the survey questionnaire. So it is a data gathering tool having a set of questions used in a survey, and it's utilized in various fields such as politics, research, marketing, media, and so on. It is intended to gather data, views, opinions, and others from individuals or a particular group of people. Next, we have also the methods of administering a survey. So it is administering a survey calls for a more systematic way in order to achieve the aims of a certain survey conducted. So in this, we have two kinds of approach. This is the personal approach and the self-administered approach. In personal approach, we have two kinds of it. The face-to-face structured interview. In this, the interview is set personally and the people involved face each other in order to gather the necessary information. Questions on the survey are asked directly to the respondent of the researcher. The second one is the telephone survey. It is done using telephone or cellular phones. The calls are made to ask individuals on particular question. This method can be used for asking consequential questions. And the next, on the self-administered approach, it is administered by the researcher himself or herself. And this, we have three kinds of it. The first one is the paper and pencil survey. So this is the traditional method wherein the respondent who usually prepared the manual method must be present in administration of the survey. And the second one is the online survey. This is also known as internet survey. It is one of the most famous sources of data collection where a set of survey questions is sent out to the respondents, and the members of this sample can respond to the questions over the internet. Respondents receive online surveys in various ways such as email, embedded over website, social media, or forums. The third one is the mail survey. So this is popular tool inquires an easy administering of the survey where survey questionnaires are mailed to individuals who are given enough time to read and ponder on the information asked. Okay? So let us move on to another topic in this lesson. So, should and not should of a survey questionnaire. So a successful survey largely depends on concise and easy understandable questions by the respondents. Thus, a well-designed survey questionnaire will ensure effective data and information gathering. So, the second lesson that I have learned in this quarter is the conducting a survey. So what is survey? So survey is the one of the best way in understanding people's choices, attitudes, or feelings, or certain issues. It helps in determining the reactions of the respondent, and based on the survey results, one could design some possible action to the best done, or a solution to our problem, or a remedy to a disease, or an answer to a question. So what are the steps in conducting a survey? We have 3 steps. So the first one, decide on a 4 or 5 option survey questions. Then, make a tally chart having its heading with an appropriate title. The second one is conduct a survey, then tally all the answers. And the third one is count the answers, making the item having the list of the greatest tally. Then make a graphic representation of the results. Okay. So the third lesson in this module that I have learned is gathering information from survey. So what are the different types of survey question? The first one is the open-ended questions. So do not have a predetermined options or answers. The respondents are allowed to answer the questions freely. Responses must be recorded verbatim, especially because coding and analysis will rely on the subject's exact responses. Open-ended questions often need probing or follow-up questions to clarify certain items in the subject's response. The second one is the dichotomous question. These have 2 possible answers, often either yes or no, true or false, or agree or disagree. These questions are used in the researchers wants to clearly distinguish the respondent's opinion, preference, experience, or behavior. The third one is the multiple response questions. Necessitate the respondents to provide more than one answer. For example, a typical advertising survey would ask the question. And the fourth and the last one is the matrix question. This involves instances where a number of questions you intend to ask to have the same set of possible answers. Thus, it is possible to construct a matrix of items and answers for the sake of streamlining the survey. The next lesson that I have learned is the disseminating information from survey. It is probably the most common way of displaying data in a bar graph or frequency diagram. It is quick and easy to draw and straightforward to understand. But we have also the pie chart and the different chart or graph or diagram that we can use to present a data. Okay? So the next lesson that we have is summarizing and findings executing the report through survey. So a summary is a synthesis of the key ideas of a piece writing, restated in your own words or paraphrased. You may write a summary as a standalone assignment as a part of longer paper. Whenever you're summarized, you must be careful not to copy the exact wording of the original source. Now, how can we write a working summary? To write a good summary, it is important to thoroughly understand the material we are working with. Here are some of the familiar steps in writing a summary. The first one is to skim the text. In your mind, the subheadings. If there are no subheadings, try to divide the text in 2 sections. Consider why you have been assigned the text. Try to determine what type of text you are reading with. This can help you identify important information. And the second one in writing a summary is read the text, highlighting important information and taking notes. And the third one, in your own words, write down the main points of each section. And the fourth one, write down the key support points for the main topic, but do not include the minor detail. And the last one is go through the process again, making changes as appropriate. Okay. And the last lesson that I have learned in this quarter is writing a survey report. So a survey report refers to a formal phase of writing based on research. When reporting the results of a survey, the figures gathered should be given in a form of percentage and proportion. So as again, survey is a method of collecting information of data in a people's self-report, their own opinion, behaviors in response to the questions. Now, here we go. Steps in writing a survey report. So we have 4 steps in writing a survey report. The first one, break the report into separate sections with heading. Survey reports usually use headings for each section. The second one, write 1 to 2 page executive summary paraphrasing the report. And the third one, state the objectives of their survey in a background section. Provide background information by explaining research and studies. Now, here we go. What are the tips in conducting successful survey? We have 7. The first one, make sure that every question is necessary. The second one, keep it short and simple. The third one, ask direct questions. The fourth one, ask questions at a time. The fifth one, avoid leading and biased questions. The sixth one, speak your respondent language. The seventh one, use response skills whenever possible. And we have also avoid guiding grids or matrix of responses. Okay? So, what is a survey method? So, it is the technique of gathering data by asking questions to people who are thought to have desired information. So, the structure of it is the introduction, main body, and conclusion. So, all of these sessions provided me with a great deal of knowledge and insight into the various sections involving academics in English. So EAPP helps me through my vocabulary, my English skills, my language skills, my reading skills, my survey skills. Many skills that I have was from this subject. And it helps me to improve myself in this field. And that would be all. Thank you everyone. God bless and mabuhay.